What's going on, everybody? It is Thursday. Hopefully, you had a good day. Good sales. Sales were good. Average, not great. I had actually two sold on Amazon, $100 revenue, and what I sell on, I had four on eBay. I actually sold one of my combo players that I couldn't ship into Amazon. Sold that for 60 bucks. My Scotty vest. If you guys have ever found Scotty vest, it sells pretty well. So before we get into that, let's use in the chat. Tracy Thrifts, how's it going? She was first. Nice. Sean. Daniel Treasures. Scott Liquidation King. Piper John. What's up, guys? Donna Wester. Lisa. Money from Mars. Eric, how's it going? Cool as cat. Hey, Jay. Justin, Heart of Dixie Flipper. PNW Gadabout. What's going on, guys? Margot, Red Neckerson. Yeah, Pac-Man. So my Scotty vest, actually, for those that didn't know about it, I bought it in Utah for $8. I was getting tons of offers for between 50 and 60 bucks. I couldn't get people to bite above 60. So the last person that just offered me 60, I just took it. Just sold the Bobby Orr hockey game. Whoa, that game was awesome. That was a great pickup. Hey, Mike. Hey, Blackberry. So just go over some things. We're going to go over my Amazon FBA return, and it's a little different because I don't think I ever had in my inventory, so I'm curious to see what it was. What else did I do? Oh, I got some good thrifted items today. And yeah, my DVD combo player and a lot of my FBA stuff starting to hit the warehouse. So the ones that Misha Mom helped me and Mary helped me put together, those are finally hitting and getting in. My micro cassette recorder sold today, so that's gone. And a Sony clock. If you guys do FBA or even merchant fulfilled, and you pick up or you see Sony alarm clocks, pick them up because a lot of times they sell between 25 and as high as 50, 60 bucks, depending on what it is. Always look out for the Sony alarm clocks and double check that you're ungated and can sell them. Oh, Pac-Man has his for 100. Yeah, the Scotty vest, the ones at least I've seen, it was TEC, and the pockets were kind of faded. The clear pockets, they were a little cloudy. So I said 60 bucks, I'll give him a deal. Brown saying my mannequin, that's right. Brandon Whedon, actually, someone is watching this jersey. So you'd be surprised. A lot of Brown Stain fans, me being one of them, want that jersey. So hopefully it sells pretty quickly. A state sale coming up in my area that is signed Wayne Gretzky jersey. Whoa. I'd be interested to know if they have a authenticity certificate with it. Sold, yeah, okay, Bobby Orr. And then I'll go over the thrift haul I picked up. I only spent $23 today. Wasn't much. Just made clothes on today. No electronics. To burn it? No. Maybe. Hey, if they want to buy it and burn it, that's fine with me. All right. So for those of you that have items in FBA, there's pros and cons about removal or FBA in general. And for those of more seasoned or experienced people in the chat that do FBA or after the fact, comment in the chat or down below of anything that I might have missed. But hey, Katie Trader, if I have to, getting returns back through inventory removal, I like because I say I like it, but because you get a box, and I like getting boxes back that I can use, I can reuse. So I always get those boxes and use them again. That is the silver lining of Amazon returns. So what happens is, and from my experience, is when you merchant fulfill something, the buyer has to send it directly back to you as a return. And I've had returns as merchant fulfilled that have they've never returned it. Return stays open, and I do not believe that you can close returns. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I've had someone initiate a return, I accept it, and they never send it back. The other way is they send it back and you get it and you just credit the account. So FBA, you get a return. You do not get to approve anything. All you do is you get an email that says it's Amazon initiated return request. And basically what they do is they deduct from your account the money that was paid for that item, and then you wait for it. You have 45 days to wait for that return to come in. So what I do, Donna, yes, on eBay you can close the return. I'm talking about merchant fulfilled on Amazon. So after 45 days, I go in and I put a calendar, reminder on my calendar, 45 days out. So when 45 day hits, I email Amazon. They close the return because it never made it back to the warehouse. Once it makes its way back to the warehouse, or if it does, you get an email saying you have unfulfillable inventory. If the item is in great condition, packaged as it is, never opened, they throw it back on the shelf. If it's unfulfillable, you get that email, and then you have an inventory health report, and you go out there and you look at it and shows these are all your items that are in unfulfillable status. And there's a couple options for you. I like pulling back the items being shipped back to myself because I get the box. What you can do, and assuming of those that have old expired inventory, items that they just don't want back anymore, items that have plateaued out, you can dispose of the items. So there's two buckets of removals. There's standard size removals, which if they return it back to you, per item, it's 50 cents. And then if you want to get rid of it, not touch it, eBay will take it. And most likely that's where it goes to liquidation.com. That's 15 cents, 1.5. And then I'm not sure what the liquidation, 10% of liquidation proceeds. 10%, I guess, of the item value. Oversize is 60 cents for return to yourself and 30 cents for disposal. But I've never disposed of anything. I've never liquidated anything. And that's where liquidation comes in on the percentage. Amazon seller, the Amazon S5 box is the best, perfect size for sending stuff back to FBA. Yeah, that's right. There you go. Well, there's the one, A1, A7. But when you get, so the other part of getting returns back, and if you watched, I was at work today, and Rusted Raccoon came on Instagram, and he happened to get, and this is what triggered, because I was getting mine today. He showed his Amazon FBA returns. They do not come back like you package your eBay solds or your merchant fulfilled items. They come back poorly packed. If you can kind of see, there is probably 60% air in this box, and there's probably one bubble mailer. They crushed it with the tape. They over-taped it, and you can see through it right there. See? You can see the tape. So things could spill out, right? It's not even sitting flush on the box. And let's see what it is. The issue with this one is somehow something appeared in my inventory list on FBA, my inventory items, that I had never sent in. I had never, I was some weird sunflower alarm clock. I don't know if this is it, but let's take a look. Chris, how do black LG Callaway golf shirts sell? The plain Callaway golf shirts, depending if there's no logos or golf brands on them, the plain ones are pretty slow moving depending on the price. I stick my prices pretty high, probably like $24.99, $22 on my Callaway golf shirts. If I got them from the bins, I'll price them lower, but if you want them to move, you probably price them around $20, $22. Amazon seller had a DVD returned to FBA in that box, in a box that size. I had a combo DVD player come back in parts, wrapped in brown paper with one poly bag on it. So and this is the problem, right? Don't expect your items to come back in the condition you get them in. If they're broken, they're broken. But I've had a VCR come back. I don't know if the buyer just didn't want it. They returned it as defective. I tested everything on it. It was just as I sent it out, and I resent it back into FBA. That actually worked because I bubble wrapped the crap out of it. I'm guessing they just didn't want it and said defective. So that's the other option, right? That's why I like getting the stuff back, because potentially the buyer A didn't want it, misclassified it, or didn't know how to work it. All right. So let me see if I can hold this up. And hold on. Oh, it's not down here. All right, I left my box cutter upstairs. So let's see what this is. All right, look at that. That is what they sent me back in. Look at all that air in there. And where is it? Right there. 3. Now I can reuse these, but that is insufficiently packed in my opinion. I disposed 100 books, but usually get them returned to me. Pac-Man, I sent 22 small toys in one box, and they sent me 22 separate boxes back. Hey, there you go. I'll take 22 small boxes. So this is one of the clocks I had, but maybe the picture was wrong. So this is the sunrise alarm clock, but it is not Sony. So either they somehow the SIN got switched around, but that is my bubble wrap. So I will give them that, but that is not the sunrise alarm clock. It is a Sony alarm clock. So I have no idea how my inventory got switched around. So let's take a look at this. It looks like there's might be all right. So we'll give this a test and we'll see what happens. Especially at what, 50? So hopefully, Pac-Man, you didn't get charged 22 times 50 cents. What's that, 11 bucks? So yeah, just keep track of that too. Check your fees in FBA. Once you hit the return gets back, you can click in and see the line item detail. So I'm gonna have to, I'll open this later. But the other interesting thing is you also buy liquidation.com. That is their return sticker that they put on the item. If you buy liquidation.com, those are the items if you buy directly from Amazon. So we'll test that. Most likely that's fine. Either the listing switched by Amazon or I put it on the wrong listing, which I don't think I did. Segue into liquidation.com. I got an alert that UPS was delayed. The trailer was delayed or something. Waiting for that to come in. So that's probably going to be tomorrow. Unfortunately, I wanted to get it and make the video tonight. Donna, group question, 2019 first quarter goals to become an Amazon FBA seller. What's the best way to start the process? You could just open a personal account and start that way. Yeah, and just start that way until you sell 40 items or more. If you want to, you'll pay $1 an item. But if you do a professional account, you'll pay 40 bucks a month, $39.99. So that's the easiest way. Just open an account. Stephen Bodich. Yeah, I saw your question. Sorry, I didn't answer you. I was upstairs putting the kids to bed. Have you been successful on any dispute with the liquidation? I have. Usually what happens is they'll give me like a percentage back for the item. I've never sent it back. But make sure when you open your dispute, make sure you put as many pictures as you can to help them help you. I've had switch outs as well. I think on the switch outs, I only got like $15 back or it was some low amount. I was okay with it just because you're able to, that makes you work even harder to sell a lot. Otherwise, you know, that's part of the game, right? You're getting items that have the potential to be switched out. If the item is completely missing from the box, that's really where I'd say, hey guys, you said this was either in the manifest and it's not. But switch outs, that's part of the business. That's part of the game. Pac-Man, I personally wouldn't pay for an account. Interesting. I heard, is there an issue with buy box? Scott the Bearded Picker is fashion really late. Thanks for coming. Hard Dick Philipper shipped my first FBA shipment last week. Nice. I've been compiling a little more. I got a couple clocks. I'm going to test this. This works. I'm going to send that back in. I have a couple books put in there. Steven, I bought a multiple now. Las Vegas Returns has done me well, but Indiana has messed up the manifest twice. I've had a couple issues when I was buying a ton before. There was a couple warehouse differences between them. The boxes were flimsier. I forget which one it was. But some of the boxes they do send are kind of flimsy, but majority have been fine, at least for me. What will be interesting to see is how they come in, and I'm hoping to get it tomorrow. What did I miss what Donna said? Donna said, watch all the YouTube videos on FBA. Yeah, that's true. You could just watch a video. Scott has some good videos out there. There's other people out there that have good FBA videos. But yeah, just sign up for an account. Always double check. If you're going to buy something, double check it if you're unsure, because I've seen people go in and buy 20 of an item only to find out that they're gated or that Amazon is on the listing. So I like because used electronics, just because those have high values to them. And I like sending them in. Are you shipping mostly electronics? Yeah, I ship mostly electronics. I would like to get more into books, but I look for VCRs. If VCRs, alarm clocks, combo players, I dabble in books, kind of, and then micro cassette recorders. So I will specifically look for electronics on eBay, pull those out of eBay, and put them into FBA. And I think that someone who bought my, here's an example. I sold, here, let me get this. And this is where people are ungated. They will go to eBay and find certain things and flip them. So this is a Philips combo player. I sold this for 70 bucks or 60 bucks. I forget, on eBay. I should ship that out today. If you look, I think if you look for the same unit, it's above 100 bucks. I'm gated in Philips, but I'm ungated in Sony, Magnavox. I'm gated in Panasonic, JVC. So double check you're gated, but people will look for specific electronics that they're ungated in and flip them, which is great. That's a great model. I mean, it's a lot of searching. I have a bunch of alerts set up on eBay, and I will check throughout the day. If you have alerts set up on eBay, don't wait for eBay to send you the email that new items have been posted, because I think that comes around 8 p.m., at least for me. I check every hour or two. I'll go in and I'll hit my alerts, and I'll make sure any items that hit my price point. I actually just won one today. I bought a micro cassette recorder for $30 for 75 to 85 bucks. Used electronics to FBA. Yes, I personally like doing it. I know a lot of people that will keep the electronics and ship them out themselves. I like putting multiple VCRs into one FBA shipment if it does it that way and shipping it out. I personally hate shipping individual VCRs and what I have to ship right now to eBay sellers or single sellers. I just had someone drop ship DVD players on me from Amazon. Yeah, that's how it works. But I won't merchant fulfill. Personally, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to drop ship eBay orders to Amazon sellers, because there's two things that I fear. The eBay seller is going to ship it late, or they're not going to pad it correctly or misrepresent the item. You do not want to get an INAD on Amazon or multiple INADs. So item not as described. I like to personally handle the item if I'm going to merchant fulfill it. Hello, I'm new to this. Have you purchased from from Walmart Liquidation? I have not. I believe I have purchased from a third-party liquidation that used Amazon or Walmart liquidations through liquidation.com, just because of the stickers that I got. But I have not purchased Walmart. Haven't thought of electronics. I've been focusing on books. Yeah, electronics are great. I mean, my electronic stores. So that thing I bought for, I think, $6. A lot of my combo players, VCRs, I can get for $5. And some VCRs, like the Sony, sell for 88 bucks. So looking for those used electronics. Look for the model number and make sure you're ungated by the store before you buy it. My Goodwills have an option, a 24-hour option, where if it doesn't work, I can take it back. So that's another option to look at if you're buying used electronics. There's also a ton in all the listings. Just got my first sale of the day. Nice, Daylilies. Awesome. And I think Eric had one earlier. Eric, I'm getting in on the used game books, used books, the 1800 books. So I got 2 of those up. We'll see how they go. Hey, John, what's up? Butterfly pads are great. Oh, you found 7 today. Whoa. I don't think Lauren found any as well. Hey, Craig. All right. So that's my Amazon return. For those of you that aren't on FBA or on Amazon at all, Get in it, try it out, test it, start merchant fulfilled, and see what happens. If you have questions, ask. Our Goodwills barely have DVD or VCR players. Yvette, I would look Craigslist locally. Put something in your Craigslist in your city section that you're looking for VCRs, garage sales, or Facebook. Look on Facebook Marketplace. I'm sure people, before I sold on Amazon, I did not know the value of a VCR. And I think, 4 years ago, I had a garage sale and I sold it for, I think, $5 or $10. I was dumb. But that was before I knew about the power of VCRs. A lot of people don't know it or are afraid to do it. Wrap them up, all I suggest. And I think they took some off. But when I send in electronics, I will bubble wrap the crap out of them. I bubble wrap them and tape them up like a Christmas present. And I put the sticker right on the outside of the packaging. And then I will put a piece of clear packing tape over the label so it doesn't get peeled off when it's going into the warehouse. Make sure you pad them up as nice as you can. Stop doing sales. My sales picked up drastically. Nice, Red Neckerson. Yeah, I don't do any sales, at least on eBay. I heard a wise man say FBA is dead. Yeah, don't go on the VCRs. They're not good. Chris, why start merchant fulfilled as opposed to FBA? You can do FBA. I'm just wondering for the people that are nervous about sending FBA shipments in. If you want to understand the Amazon process and how to fulfill orders and use adding to your inventory, learning the Seller Central, merchant fulfill might be a little better just because you're handling it and you're touching the website a lot. If you're comfortable with FBA or you want to start and try it out, go for it. I was just thinking a scale 1 to 10. Our Dick's Flipper, thanks for the $1.99. I appreciate it. Just picked up 500,000 napkins today. Whoa. You might want to call Shane. He's got 70,000 bubble mailers. You and him could work a deal out. FBA is half my business, said Tracy. How much is shipping typically for 4 or so VCRs? So if you're sending them into FBA, obviously it depends on the weight. I don't pay more than $8, and I usually put between 1 and 3 in one box, but I don't ship that many in at once. My average box price into FBA is probably $5, and that's average. I don't have large orders. I'm probably shipping in 4 to 5 boxes, 3 to 5 boxes in a shot. Eric says he does FBA and merchant filled. Yes, you can mix and match. I have some FBA, I have some merchant fulfilled. And what I do is, as I gather items for another shipment, I will merchant fulfill until I get enough where I think a shipment can be created. And I will convert all my merchant fulfilled to FBA. That's great too, because your items have that visibility and they basically just get fulfilled once they get to the warehouse. Estates and retirement communities will yield lots of VCRs. That's a great point. Too much hassle, in my opinion. Yeah, so that's the other thing with electronics, just like liquidation.com. You have to test them. Make sure you test all functionality, just like eBay. Test all the buttons, make sure it plays. I had VCRs eat my tapes. So don't use a tape you like. Don't use your Black Diamond Disney VHSs. Use FedEx for FBA. Yes, I use UPS, but it's really slow. I probably, since Jay said that, I'll check FedEx. PNW priority mail flat rate. No, I use FedEx or UPS. FedEx is usually cheaper for FBA shipments, but always check the price for both shipping options. Yes, Tracy. So when you're creating your FBA shipment, you have the option to select what shipping method you want to use. There's a LTL option, a small parcel option. You have USPS, UPS, FedEx, and DHL. I think there might be one more that I'm missing. And you have the selection to say ship everything in one box for this shipment, or you can split them up into separate boxes. Yeah, so Jay says 24 by 24 by 18 large shipping to FBA is about $8. Yeah, you won't, and they'll deduct it from your account if you use Seller Central right in the app, and it just comes out of your out of your payment, so you'll be fine. Use old VeggieTales VHSs. praying that the VCR will eat it. Now, Scott, you might be able to tell me. I don't know if remotes are in the terms of service. If you look up all the listings, people will have the use that says no remote. If you want your item to sell for a lot more, sell it with the remote. You can probably get the remotes off eBay if you want to consolidate those and get more money. I ship them in without remotes, and I put no remotes in the description. But double check. I probably should double check that. So, moral of the story: let's try it out. Worst you can do is recall the inventory and start over and sell it on eBay. Where's my hairbrush? I'm guessing that's a VeggieTales song. Oh, looks like Ronnie Hart was suspended for no remote. Yes, if in the description, you must include the remote. Interesting. Yeah, Eric, it's worth it to get the remotes. I had one with, so I sold one with the remote, even on eBay. If you look on eBay with remotes, they're a lot. I say a lot. They're higher than the ones without it. So, but double check. Sounds like you need them. Inspector Gadget. It'd be interesting to see everyone's VHS, if you have a standard VHS tape you test with. All right, so today my thrift haul went at lunch again, $23. 23 bucks. We actually looked at a new car tonight, so it's crazy running around. I would never send one in without the remote. No remote equals eBay. Yeah, so no remote, put it on eBay. But otherwise, if you look at eBay, they have a ton of remotes. So just buy the remote off eBay, put it with your listing. What I would do then is I would saran wrap the cord and the remote to the unit and then bubble wrap everything all wrapped up because you don't want the remote flying off. Don't add the remote after the fact, after you bubble wrap it, because it probably will not stay together. All right. How do you get gated ungated? Some items you're automatically ungated for. You can go in and click sell sim add product, and you'll click listing availability. It'll tell you if you can list. Otherwise, it will say request approval. You can go and hit saved draft once it pops up. Sometimes you get auto ungated. It all depends on your account and what standing you're in. Most of the time to get ungated, you have to have a invoice from a supplier or just direct from the distributor showing your purchase, and everything ties out, and that stuff could be a whole different show. But that invoice they will then use to ungate you in that listing category. Vicky's always listing Legos. Nice. Same thing with video games, consoles. Tons of sellers sell them without PS or remote. It's a huge mess on Amazon, and many do get suspended when complaints come in. Yeah, game systems. I would never sell a game system without controllers. There you go. Small remote lots on shopgoodwill.com. Keep your head on a swivel. That's right. Always stay on top of things. Ask questions. Everyone's been through it. So ask around. We all help each other. All right, so I picked this up. Another computer pull. This is a Teradata Labs. It's a pretty thick Nike golf pullover. So I picked that up. Usually the computer stuff will do well. We'll cover up my brown stain. Bought this one. This one had been sitting there for a while. It's Peter Millar. It's 100% cotton. I picked it up because of the golf logo. The old course at St. Andrews, was it St. Andrews Links? So I'm shying away from the cotton Peter Millars without nice logos and without nice patterns. The polyester and summer comfort, I pick them up all day. Nintendo Wii's have a listing with no cords or cables. Yeah, double check the listing. Or no cancel. Really? They're just selling the straight console. That's interesting. Picked this one up on a whim. Don't know if it'll sell. It's a size small. Guinness official merchandise. We'll see. Beer stuff usually does pretty well. I'll put that up. We'll see what happens. What do I pay for those? So looks like they charged me the new lady rung me out and I should have checked. She charged me $4.29 for everything. I make sure when I go in tomorrow, she rings me up correctly if I find anything. Eric loves Guinness. I hate Guinness. Tastes like, I don't know, dirt swirled in a glass with a bit of oil pouring on the top. Poured on the top. Not good, in my opinion. Some people like stout, though. I don't like stout. Pick this up. This is, I don't know if it's a women or a kids, but it's old time sports. If you find old time sports, old time hockey, vintage hockey, those brands, the old school stuff, the jersey type material that looks to imitate a jersey, a sweatshirt, hoodie, pick them up. Yeah, old time hockey. There you go. That logo, that stuff does well. I had to pick it up brand new with tags, but I do not have the size. It says medium, but I'm guessing that's a youth medium just because it's pretty small and I didn't see a tag on it or a UPC with a size on it, but I'm guessing that's kids. So for this, I will include pit to pit and I will put that up. But yeah, I rarely ever pass up a new with tags item. Guinness Blonde is pretty good. Interesting. Corona. Misha mom likes Corona Light. I only like Corona when I'm making beer margaritas. That's really good. Worcester Fighting Scott doesn't like stout. No stouts here. Back in the day, it was Keystone Light. Flat Tire, that's a good one. I like Flat Tire. Fat Tire, that's right. All right, I tend to pick these up. This is the last thing I picked up today. I picked up a Duluth Trading Company. Some of this sits for a little bit, so if you pick these up with a boring pattern like this is actually flannel. It's pretty nice. 2XL, larger brands, and it says trim fit, double XL trim fit. So for these, they sit a little longer. Be prepared to sit on it. But this one, it even has the hanger on the back, which is kind of cool. One I sold, it took a couple months, so I'm expecting to sit on that. But you can get anywhere between 20 and 35, depending how quickly you want to move it. Porter is the best beer. Ooh, I don't know. If I go, the heaviest I can go is an IPA or a double IPA. But yeah, stout's not my game. NOLA Brewery has a great porter if you're ever out that way. I was just out there a couple months ago. They do have some good beer down there. Adams Summer Ale. Ooh, that's a good one. My mom used to drink Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. The Hefeweizen stuff, that's a little grassy for me. Anything that tastes like anything on the ground, I don't know. Found a 2XL Duluth fishing shirt. Yeah, Duluth fishing shirts, Columbia fishing shirts. Anything that has vented, that's like a fishing shirt, make sure you put vented in the title. The vented stuff tends to do pretty well as well. Mad Dog Grape. Oh my goodness. Red Neckerson. We used to have Mad Dog in college and we didn't want to drink it. That stuff was bad. I'll stick to the ciders. My mom actually had we were at the bowling alley. We had she had an Ace apple cider. That was pretty good. It was good, really cold. But yeah, no Mad Dog. All right, guys, that's what I picked up. Hopefully the Amazon returns helped out. Love hearing about your Amazon stories, those of you that sell on Amazon. Scott the Bearded Picker, if you haven't subscribed to his channel, he talks a lot about Amazon. We'll be on the show Sunday night, 8 p.m. Scott, if you're still in the chat, whose channel is it on this weekend? Is it Wade? Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to all our channels. Look, YouTube Fortunes and Reselling. Shane, Wade, Lauren, Scott. Subscribe. It's on Wade's this weekend, Wade's Venture. So head over to his channel, 8 p.m. Sunday. Otherwise, tomorrow night, I think either tomorrow or Saturday, we'll do a 2018 numbers and review. I'll show you all my numbers, my profits, all the different product types I've sold. Maybe I'll cherry pick some items that I have sold pretty well. And I'll show you all the profit that I made as a part-time reseller. And We'll talk either Friday or Saturday. So stay tuned. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a great evening. See ya. And thanks for coming.